Good morning, my sweet crafty friends. It's Monique with Grace and Tattered Lace. I hope that you guys are doing fantastic today. Come on in, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. And you guys know the deal. If you don't see that little red light up there, that means you're on the replay. Make sure you type exclamation point replay. Let me know you were here. Let me know where you're watching from. All right, got a new bottle. Come on in, you guys. Where are my scissors at? Come on in. Say hello. There we go. Good morning, sweet Patty. How are you, my friend? Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything kind of squared away on the desk. I got some new glue and I had to get it opened up. Now I'm trying to find what I've done with my scissors. The ones I like, anyway. Hello, Rosanna. Hello, sweet Becky. You guys, I don't know what I did with my scissors. Oh, here they are. Hi, Laura. How are you, sweetheart? Okay. Just in case we need those. Hello, Antonia. Thank you so much. I really needed it. It was a horrible mess, and I missed my appointment on Saturday. Hi, sweet Tracy. How are you, my friend? Hello, my lovely husband, Kevin, from work. Hello, Jackie. Welcome, sweetheart. How are you? Come on in and say hello, you guys. Happy Friday, you guys. I hope everybody is doing fantastic. Good morning, sweet Dewey. How are you? All right. Just going to try to get this kind of assembled a little bit the way it should go so that, let's see, this goes here. So when I go to put it together, I'll have it in the right order. All right. Hope that you guys are all doing fantastic today. All right. So this little kit is starting to hit the doorsteps of many of you ladies. Good. I'm so happy to hear that, sweet Dewey. Yes, so this tree is starting to hit everybody's mailboxes, their doorsteps, and I haven't shown you guys how to put this one together. So I thought I would hop on so that you guys can see how to put this together. Hello, sweet Caroline. How are you doing, my friend? This one is a quick, simple, easy one, you guys. Really easy. So happy to see you. What's the weather like where everybody's at today? It was a little chilly this morning. It was foggy, a little misty. Like I even went outside and took Roxy out. It didn't rain, but I can actually hear like the little drops of how much dew was outside hitting the metal on our awning stuff. Okay. All right, so this one is the Wonky Christmas tree, and I love this one. It's so fun, you guys. Let's get to it. It's so hot in Florida. I know, it's going to warm up, but it was a little chilly this morning. Not as bad as it was last week. It's crazy how the weather is, right? And it was so cold, and then it got so hot over here in the south. Doing well, foggy and warmer. Snow melted again. Oh, well, that's kind of good, Caroline. It's cool in Idaho, Patty. Did you guys have any snow when it snowed in a couple of these states the past few days? All right, so we're going to paint the base of the tree. We're going to paint the whole thing brown, okay? Because this is going to be like the trunk and the stem. You enjoyed the bit cooler weather. I know, I did too. I really did too. Ooh, oh gosh, right in the lid. It is warm here too, Antonia. I'm ready for the cool weather. You know what? I have one tiny little lid right here on the table, and I managed to stick my finger in it. Not where you're at, but maybe somewhere else in the state. The mornings are nice. Yeah, the mornings are cool. I just wish it would stay that way. I'll be dying in this sweatshirt in a bit. I'll be changing. Jackie, I am actually I'm in Georgia. I'm near Savannah, and I'm not that far from Jacksonville. Well, I've never been there. You started putting up Christmas and now it looks like spring. I have purchased quite a few things for Christmas this year. Have good intentions to decorate, but you guys, I'll be honest, I haven't decorated for Christmas in years. It's so much, it's just so overwhelming for me. I won't lie, it really is. All right, I'm going to use some burnt umber, and we're going to paint this whole entire thing. We're also going to paint the base the same color, okay? This one is a stand. It stands up in the stand. You're outside, you're on the Gulf outside of Tampa. Okay, I think that's pretty far from where I'm at, if I'm not mistaken, Jackie. I'm not originally from Georgia, so I don't really know the, area, the geological locations, and how far that is from me, but I think it is. I'm originally from California, and Kevin and I moved here. We're still in our 3rd year. Good morning, Dana. How are you, my sweet friend? All right, so we got the base of the tree, and then we'll do the stand really quick. This one, you guys, is a rather quick and easy kit. And, it would look really pretty if you were into like the blues. You could do white with blue. Oh, that would be really pretty. Oops. You just do a little every day, and then it gets to be fun. I don't know, Caroline. I just get so overwhelmed. It's hot and muggy in Texas, says Jerry. 74 in Alabama, where Dana's at. You have rain on the way, very cold weather, especially for Thanksgiving Day. Oh, I'm so jealous. I wish we were going to have, I wish we were going to have a cool Thanksgiving Day, but so far it's sounding like it's going to be kind of on the warm side. I would love to be able to just be bundled up in just like a cute little sweater and be cozy all day. But I'm afraid that that's not going to happen here. Taking it down is such a chore, yeah. It is. Okay, wait, let's get this off of here. Even putting it up is a chore, in my opinion. Kevin put it up for me last year, the tree, but we just had a naked tree. I bought a new tree last year because when we moved to from California, I had to get rid of my tree. So I bought a new tree last year, and Kevin put it up, but it was just a tree that had a pre-lit tree with no ornaments on it. That's about as far as my decorations went. I think I had like that little, the little church from the village that I painted last year. I think I put that on the fireplace, and that was really it. Good morning, sweet Stephanie. All right, and we're going to do the other pieces before we get the dryer out. All right, I'm going to use Dixie Belle Collier Greens on this, but another option, I think the one I used the first time was this one from Folk Art, and it's called, I bought another one the other day, and I don't think I brought it up here, but I think it's called Fern Green, okay? I spilled black paint, and it went right over the top of my label, so I can't see it, but I just bought a new one, and I believe it's called Fern Green. The Dole Bowl sat under the bed for years, and you finally dug it out. Put a pink nutcracker and trees in. Ooh, that sounds beautiful, Caroline. All right. We're just going to paint the tree stems really quick. You guys, I always like to do one quick, simple coat, okay? Because I like to do that sanding technique to give it that vintage rustic look. And if you put too much on, you really have to work at the sanding. So if you keep it a simple one coat, you don't have to work so hard, okay? Bundled up by the fire, family time is the best. Yeah, Dana. Thanksgiving is my mom's favorite holiday as well, but it's also the time of the year for her birthday. I'll tell you a little inside. You know, when you're little, we celebrated my mom's birthday on Thanksgiving Day every single year. And my mom was really involved in the school growing up. I don't know why. They wanted to know her birthday. I guess they wanted to do something special for her. And they asked me, because I was the oldest, they said, when is your mom's birthday? And I said, on Thanksgiving. And they're like, no, it can't be on Thanksgiving. I said, yeah, it is. It's on Thanksgiving. And they're like, but Thanksgiving's not on the same day every year. No, my mom's birthday is on Thanksgiving. I was very insistent. Like, hello? Like, why don't you get this? I'm telling you, my mom's birthday is on Thanksgiving. And so anyway, they had to break down and ask my mom. Hello, Christina. Welcome from Pennsylvania. We got a lot of Pennsylvania friends here. Anyway, they had to break down and ask my mom when her birthday was, because for whatever reason, they really wanted to know when my mom's birthday was. And she said, she told them it was November 24th. And she said, but, you know, in her defense, we celebrate my birthday on Thanksgiving Day, no matter what day it falls on every year. You have the woodland trees themed decor. You found some gorgeous brass deer. And, oh, Dana. Where did you find those at? Did you find those at Walmart? Walmart has a really nice collection this year. I got a nutcracker and a little gingerbread man house. I got a big nutcracker, and I opted to not get the smaller one. And now I'm kicking myself. I really wish I had gotten the smaller one to go with it, and I can't find it anymore. Good morning, sweet Kim. Okay, now I'm going to use Apple Barrel Golden Sunset. Okay, Apple Barrel Golden Sunset for the star. And I'm going to try not to get this on my sweatshirt. Now this Apple Barrel, since it is on the thinner side, this is probably the only time I will do more than one coat is when I use this brand, because it is a little bit more opaque, I guess you could say. It's not really opaque, but it just goes on so thin that it's not as dark. And so when you sand it, you take almost all the color off. Well, we may not sand that one very much. We might just use wax. Well, hello, sweet Tracy. All right. We're going to try to use this and hope that it doesn't blow everything. This new dryer is very strong. And it blows everything around my table. Even on the low setting, you guys. Yeah, see, this one's already going. Good morning, Toyi. How are you, my friend? Oh, goodness. Sorry, you guys, I have to watch this because I decided to use this dryer. I got this on Amazon. Look at how powerful this is. Caroline, that's a fabulous idea. I love it. I might have to go try that. That's a great idea. All right, I'm going to do one more quick coat on the star. And then we'll dry that. And that's the low setting. Can you even believe how strong that is? Okay. Hi, Shirley. No worries, sweetheart. Hello, Devonna. Welcome, sweetheart. I haven't been live in so long, Toyi. It's pretty bad. Trying to get caught up on things. But I'm glad you made it too. All right. Okay, now we're just going to do a little bit of sanding on all of the pieces. Hold the horses, guys. A little project going on over here. Look at these napkins that I found yesterday at Marshall's. Oh my gosh. Actually, I found these the day before, and I went and got some more. They have some red ones too. The print is just a little bit different, but I went back yesterday and bought a few more because I'm going to make something with them. Maybe a few things, but I wanted to be able to offer them to you guys in a kit because I think you'll like them. It's really pretty. Okay. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you, Dana, for welcoming our sweet friend. You guys, if you're new, please let us know that you're new. We'd love to hear that. We'd love to give you a warm welcome. And don't be afraid to ask any questions, okay? Because there's no stupid question. And if I don't see it, one of our lovely ladies will. You have your first heating tool and it's still going strong after 5 years. Dana, you're so lucky. I think when the Ranger heating tools first came out, I found that and it was wonderful, and everybody started getting them because it was great, but it died so quick. So quick. And I bought another one and it died quick too, and I said no, I'm not getting any more of these because you know, I'm not going to spend that kind of money, and it only lasted maybe 2 months. Okay, but I will tell you that I still have my other one, the big blue beast. I still have it. It's just a little bit louder. I was trying to find something that was a little quieter. You want to try the gator tool on your felt ornaments. Caroline, I think it would work. It's going to like kind of mat it a little bit and give it a really cool textured look, especially if you do it on the edges. All right. I recommend when you do this kit and put it together. Hello, Cheryl. Welcome. This is your first kit. Oh, good. I'm so glad that you're here to see it. I do recommend that you put it on, put it out in the order that it goes. That way, when you're ready to glue it together, that you have the pieces in the right order and you won't get things messed up. You can also use it to dry off your car after you wash. Wait, who said that they use a leaf blower? Use a leaf blower under your refrigerator. What? That is a cool idea. Don't tell Kevin. Do not tell Kevin. How much is this kit? Devonna, you know what, I'm going to be honest. I don't really remember. I think it's 18. You can use it to dry your car. Yes, Christina. I use a high quality MDF. Mine is a 1/4 inch, so everything is a 1/4 inch. Everything I have in my shop is cut from this except for one kit, and that would be my the original scrapwood snowman that I made that Kevin used to cut. And that's the only thing that we still use the wood for, because I can actually cut that wood in our laser. But I don't cut anything else in there because the other wood is not big enough. It actually takes a lot longer to cut that. Shirley, what's new coming out? Oh, girl, I got some secrets. For sure, the nutcrackers will be hitting the store. I got to get them going. I'm working on some things so that we can get those out. And of course, I'm likely going to be holding a Black Friday special, you guys. You have the Ranger heat tool, and they're both going strong after 3 years. You have 2 of them. Oh, you're so lucky, Jerry. I must be hard on them or something, but I don't know. 2 of them I lost before they became popular. And just 2 of them burnt out within like 2 months each, and I said no more. So yeah, Dina, what kind do you have? What kind of heat tool do you have? You want to know what to buy and when you get them off Etsy shop, plus you're using your husband's supply for his crafts. Oh, that's too funny. You know, you have to be careful though, those of you that have a home laser, not all MDF is the same, and especially if you go to like Home Depot and Lowe's, what they sell in MDF there is not, it's not good product at all. It's more like presswood. It tells you that it's MDF. You looked, and this kit is 16. Thank you, Stephanie. There's just too many for me to remember. I appreciate you telling me that. See what I know? At least I told you higher than it was, and not under. Okay, I just go around the edges, a little bit over the top. Do I ever prime my MDF before I paint? I don't, Shirley, because again, I have my MDF is a high quality, and my it doesn't soak up the paint like a lot of people have a problem with. I don't have the need to do that. All right. We're going to put a little stencil over the top of this. You guys, I love the stencils that I have found over on Amazon. I have used them over and over and over and over again, if you haven't already noticed. All right, so I just sand around the edges, and then I kind of sand over the top just to give it that little, you know, grain look. All right, now what I want to do is just kind of set these on here like they're going to be on the tree. They're going to be kind of close, but not touching. Hold on, I got a lot of dust. Okay, so we're going to get the stencil, and I'm just going to put the stencil right over the top of here, and I'm just going to put snowflakes. So this is the stencil, you guys. This is my loved stencil. I haven't washed it. I'm bad. And we're going to just stencil on this. So make sure when you're stenciling, I like to use, we're going to have to dry this brush. I like these brushes. I find these on Amazon. And make sure that your brush is dry, okay? Not wet. Mine is wet, so we're going to have to dry it a little bit because I washed my brushes this morning. So we're just going to dry this a second. Probably not the most ideal thing to do, to dry your brush. But you do want your bristles to be dry. It really helps with the bleeding. Sometimes, Dana, I don't always use the same as my base coat. Kimberly, how are you, sweetheart? Sweet Brenda, it's been so long, my friend. How are you? All right, Shirley. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Have a good day. All right, I think it's dry enough. It's not totally dry, but it is dry enough. And I am going to use, I want linen. I think I'm going to use linen. Prepping for Thanksgiving already. Oh my, you must have a big family gathering. All right, so when I'm lazy, I will just put a little blob in my lid. Now, I get a lot of questions of how do I get the stencil and not get the paint to bleed. So, I'm trying to get paint on the whole thing here. I don't know if you can see, but there's barely any paint. You can see it's only on the ends of the bristles, okay? Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to dab it over here on the side. And I'm going to get like the clumps off. And I'm just going to kind of play with this to find out where I want this to go. And then you just dab it. I dab it up and down. Some people kind of do the swirly. I like to dab. And then if I need a little bit more, I do the same thing. Put a little bit more paint on my brush. dab it off to the side, and go back to the stencil. Now, sometimes you will get some bleeding. I mean, it is a stencil. It's inedible, blah, blah, blah. But if you take a lot of that paint, you offload the paint, you're going to reduce the chances. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. 22, wow. 2 new grandsons, Brenda. One is 2 weeks and one is 1 and 5 months today. Oh my gosh. So there you go. Okay, so you can see there's a tiny, tiny bit of bleeding, but you have to really look to see that. Yes, Dana, offloading is absolutely the key. And again, not putting too much on your brush. That's a lot, Kimberly. Thank you so much, sweet Christina. I appreciate you saying that. Dabbing is better for you. Yeah. I noticed that Michelle does like the swirling technique, and I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it because I'm afraid it's gonna bleed too much if I do that. Like, I'm gonna move my stencil. Hello, Susie. No worries. Better late than never, girl. Just kidding. All right. I'll get one right here. And then maybe one down here. And just play with it. Find, you know, whatever way you like your little snowflakes to be on your tree. Remember, you don't have to do the whole thing, just some ends pieces once in a while. All right. That was easy enough, right? There we go. Your house is going to be graced in tattered lace holiday. Aww. You prefer that stippling motion too, Dana? Well, hello. Oh, I thought that was a different Kimberly. Yes, it's a good thing you have some help. She does make it look easy, doesn't she, Susie? I think that the key though is doing it quick. She does it really fast when she does that swirling technique. All right, now we're going to put a little wax on. I'm using the Dixie Belle Best Dang Wax. You guys can get this from Toyi. She was on a little bit earlier. To the Nines Designs. She has a website. Any wax will do though, you guys. It does not have to be this. 7 grandkids, Brenda. You're so lucky. You dab with a sponge when you stencil. Yeah, Susie, you can definitely use a sponge. All right, same thing with the wax. I put some on my brush and then I dab it off to the side so that I don't get big globs, all right? And I'm just gonna go around the edges of my tree. You don't want the wax to be big globs. And you guys, this brush, I love this brush. Search for this on Hobby Lobby, okay? I did a search. I was able to find it. It's a wax brush. Go to Hobby Lobby website and type in wax brush, and you'll find this one come up. You want the one with this little blue end. It's really, I really like it. It is a little bit of a game changer. I wish I can tell you which department, what aisle I found it on, but I don't remember, you guys. Hello, Ribbon Branch Crafts. How are you doing today, my friend? Oh, Susie, you have a booth at a local craft show. I hope you do well, girl. I think a lot of you guys are having some craft shows come up probably starting this weekend through Christmas. So I hope anybody that is doing craft shows does well. Anybody else doing some craft shows this weekend or in the coming weeks? Yesterday when I was at my hair appointment, she was telling me there's a shop next door. I don't even know what they sell. A lot of, they don't have any handcraft stuff, but they have stuff that can definitely be, handcrafted. And apparently she did a show in our a little neighboring town recently, and she was saying that she did really well, and she was telling me that I should do it, and I said, I just don't want to mess with craft shows, you guys. It's so much work, and then it's so discouraging when, it doesn't do well. But yeah, she said she did really well. She did $2,000 in one day. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of wax on the tree as well. Now, you guys, for this particular one, I really do like my glue. I love the stick fast. Okay, stick fast. You have to get the CA thick. Yes, I got a new bottle, you guys, and they didn't put a sticker over it this time. CA thick, that is important, because if you don't, it's going to be too thin. And I like it because this particular one dries faster. You have another one next Saturday at your granddaughter's school, and they reach out. Oh, that's so awesome, Susie. That makes you feel so good when they reach out to you and ask you to come be a part of it. I'm going to put a little wax around the edges of my star. Okay. Got a little bit in the middle. I didn't want it there. All right, just like that. I'm going to glue I want to do the base also. Now, if you guys don't like the darkness, the wax to make it look that, extra vintagey, grungy type look, then by all means, just skip this part. Not everybody, it's not, something that everybody likes. I get that. I like it though. All right. Now, let's glue the base together, and then we'll put the tree, start putting the tree together. And I really recommend that you have a better glue than hot glue, okay? Because hot glue is not going to hold these things together pretty permanently. So I just put the base, the bottom base, and the one with the hole right on top, all right? We're going to let that sit for a second and let that dry. Can I show the glue again? Yes, absolutely. Chalk and wax. Oval brushel. Oh, thank you, Patty, for sharing that. Stick fast. Now, don't forget CA thick, okay? Don't get the thin one. It's too thin. It's like nail glue, and it's too thin. Oh, yes, Susie. I'm sure it absolutely did. Okay, so this slides right inside here. And I want this to be dry before I try that. So I gotta wait for just a second. Yeah, I had paint night at your house recently. 4 ladies and your vintage and the vintage. Oh, Susie, I'm so happy. I hope they all had fun. You'll have to share some pictures. I want to wait for this to dry for a second, you guys, because I don't want it to slip and slide around when I stick the tree inside. And I want to stick the tree inside. The reason I want to put the tree inside is because I need to make sure that I'm getting the branches in the right location. Because if I put them on ahead of time without knowing how far down I can put the branches, then it may not sit well. Okay. Now, you guys noticed probably that I didn't finish the back, and I usually don't do a finishing of the back when I'm live. So just use some, either you can do some brown paint, water it down a little bit to make it a stain, use some wax, some gel wax, anything to kind of finish it off, just to give it that complete look. Hello, sweet Beth. Am I going to list the ice skate files on Etsy? Beth, I'm still playing with that one. Having a hot flush. I'm still playing with that one and perfecting it. I played with it a little bit again yesterday. When Michelle, because we worked on that together, so when Michelle kind of played with that one a little bit, she had 2 pieces of the boot. She had a boot, and then she had a boot with a skate attached, and it was kind of a 3D look. But in order to keep costs down, I wanted to play with it a little bit more. So I'm still trying to perfect that. I've cut just the blade out, and I'm going to play with that to make sure that it works perfectly, because I like to try to keep costs down as much as possible. All right, I think this is good and dry. Okay, so you guys, I'm just going to stick this in here like this, okay? I want to be able to see where I need to start these first 2 branches, okay? And then I'm going to glue these 2 on. So you can see I just kind of place them. I have it sitting down. I just want it to sit well. So I kind of have the idea of where I need it to be. And then you just have to kind of play with it, make sure that it's centered. Okay? And then we're just going to keep building from there. But what I'd like to do so that it lays flat is I want to wait for these to dry just a moment, and then I'm going to pull this off and go from there. Hello, sweet Pat. How are you? It's been a long time, my friend. You're anxious to make them. Beth, you are not the only one, girl. There's a lot of people, believe it or not, have messaged me asking about those. All right, so now that I have the first ones placed, I'm just going to kind of place the rest of these so that I know that it's going to work when I get to the top. Hey, Michelle. Okay, so important thing too is your star. You want to make sure that the star is in a good place. So I'm just going to kind of play with it and get it to be where you like it. You can have them touch if you want. But the way it is designed, okay, is so that they aren't touching. You can see the trunk of the, you know, the tree behind, all right? I did not make it so that it's perfect. So, hence the reason why I called it a wonky tree. So, you just want to make sure that I just did not do that you get your lines lined up when you put it on. And this is such an easy kit, you guys. This rustic look is very much in this year. In all the stores you go to, there's so many rustic looking things. Okay. Anybody doing anything fun today? Or this weekend? Hello, sweet Mary. How are you? It's just me and Roxy here today. Kevin is at work. Good morning, sweet Paula. How are you? All right, I'm going to try to be a good girl. I got new glue. We're going to see. Let's see how long I can keep my bottle somewhat clean, you guys. I think I need to get a pin. Like this little guy has. It came with a pin to stick in the top to keep it from getting clogged. I think I might need that. All right, I want to make sure that this is dry before I pick it up and shove it inside the stand. Oh, sweet Becky, I've missed you so much too. I've missed you guys all so much. We have just been incredibly busy that I have not had the time to get on, and we're finally almost caught up. We've been putting in some really long days and nights. We're getting to where we're at least we can breathe again. A totally free weekend for crafting except for church. I love it, Becky. That's awesome. All right. Now I'm just going to put some glue in the base here. To be honest, it's a really good snug fit. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, there we go. You can leave it just like this, you guys. I mean, it looks super cute. If you don't like the extras, if you don't like the embellishments, then by all means, leave it like this, okay? If this is you, more plain and simple, leave it, okay? But I'm going to add a little bit of embellishments. I have some greenery. I got this greenery at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to add just a little bit of this. Actually, I think I have like a couple different ones. We're going to add a little bit of this. I have to trim that down a little bit. Thank you, Mary. Tracy has to do Christmas shopping. You have a few things bought. I do not go Christmas shopping, you guys. I will not lie. I don't like Christmas shopping. I don't like the crowds. It all gives me super bad anxiety, and so I just don't. All right, I brought the wreath over here. Here it is. We're going to use a little bit of this greenery as well. I just hate shopping, and then, you know, I spend all that time for shopping, and, you know, my kids will just return it because they didn't like it or whatever, for whatever reason. And, so I just give my kids money. And I only have one grandbaby, and my daughter does not like to have a lot of stuff. So we're going to put a little bit of this one, a little bit of this one, and a little bit of the other one that I showed you. I can't remember. I think I've probably told you guys in the past that one year, Kevin, when Blu-ray players came out, Kevin really wanted one so bad. And he was working that day, and Walmart finally had them on sale. And I would, as soon as he pulled out for work, I got up and jumped in the shower so that I can go stand in line for a Black Friday deal at Walmart. And it was horrific, you guys. Horrific. Okay, this girl with her anxiety just doesn't do well with that stuff. And we went to Walmart the next day, and he's like, oh, I wonder if they have any of those Blu-ray players. I'm going to see if they have any left. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So he went one way and I went another way, and I went to go find a salesperson to see if they had any. And of course they did, and they direct me to them, and I'm like, crap. And the guy's like, what do you mean? And I said, I just stood in line yesterday for I don't know how many hours and fought the crowds to get this for my husband, and he's here to buy one for himself. So yes, so I will never stand in line again. Okay, so there we go. A couple little sprigs of each on each side. So that's my tale. I will never stand in line at Walmart or any store ever again for any Black Friday surprise present. If somebody, and actually I probably would never do it even if I wanted it, because I just don't do well. And it seemed to have gotten worse as I've gotten older. I don't like the crowds. Because I've shared before, you guys, that I've got really bad anxiety. I can't deal with stupid people. And the pushing and the shoving, and it's just more than I can handle. This is too big. So there's that. And my family has never really been big at giving Christmas gifts as a general anyhow. I had a sister that just, for the longest time when her kids were young, that they couldn't afford to do a lot of gift exchanges and stuff. And so we always just made it about the kids, and we only bought for kids, and that was it. All right. We'll put a little bit of twine on here, and I have the little tag that goes with it, and finish it off. And this one's super easy. Yeah, Caroline, when we got home, because he was insistent, I showed him the Blu-ray player, and he was very apologetic, but, oh, no, she can't hear. Never shop. There's nothing what you want badly. Yeah. It's just not worth it to me. It really isn't. Okay. My twine. Here it is. No, here it is. All right. This is the decorative trim that I like. I get this at Hobby Lobby. It is, I know it's backwards for you guys, but it says 100% jute decorative trim. If you go to Hobby Lobby, it is going to be in the fabric section by the ribbon. Okay, now listen. They always sell out. Always sell out. And if you're lucky, you might find one spool. Go online and order what you need and have it shipped to your house, and get plenty, because you will go through it like water. Wait for it to go on sale. Get it when it's on a 40% off price. And just stock up. I use this a lot, you guys. Okay, and just do a little loop-de-loop bow. trim off the extra tail. We're going to glue this right on here. You draw names and always buy for the kids. Mary, you're the same in crowds. Yeah, crowds are just horrible. Thank you, Stephanie. All right, we got one more thing to add to this. And it will be done. Okay, that's what we have going on so far, you guys. Then we have the little tag that I did not do anything with yet. We are going to stamp the number 25 on here. Now, if you don't have stamps, you can use a pen, one of those Picasso pens, and write it. I got this little stamp set at Hobby Lobby some time ago, okay? It comes with the months, and then it had all of the numbers. It's just a nice little set. But I'm just going to stamp 25 on here, or even, you can put anything on here. Another great option would be that I've been using quite a bit is I have a snowflake stamp. And although this is really big for that little thing, it doesn't matter. Just get a little portion of the snowflake and just to give it, you know, something. All right, so we're just going to stamp 25 on here. I have not done anything with this little tag. Okay, we haven't put any paint or anything on here. We're going to stamp it, and then we'll put some ink on it, or some wax, I'm sorry. What did I do with the lid? All right, there's our little 25. And then I'm going to use the same little twine, and we're going to stick it through there for its little tag string. I'm just going to tie it in a knot. Hello, sweet Angie. How are you? I'm going to put 2 knots so that it doesn't come out, or, you know, tie it and then knot it. Okay. And then I'll trim these down just a hair. Just like that. And then I'm going to use my brush. I'm not going to add any more wax to it because we'll see how much it already has. You don't need it to have a lot. And there you go. Now you could use a little bit of ink on there also if you wanted to put some ink, if you like the edges to be a little bit darker. Put a little dollop of some, excuse me, hot glue. And I didn't get the dollop in the right place. Got my finger a tiny bit. All right. I'm working away, getting show ready. Oh, good. Becky, either you make handmade gifts or order online. Christmas gets lists smaller and smaller each year. You're exactly right, Becky. Mary, oh, thank you so much. Anyway, you guys, there we go. There's our little tag down there. We'll see how today goes. I always like to say I'm going to try to get on in the evening, but I'll tell you what, evening comes around and I'm just done, toasted, and have a hard time. But watch for a project that I'm going to post using these cute napkins, all right? But I do have to work on getting everything in the shop for you guys. Thank you so much, sweet Tracy. All right, ladies, thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, sweet Dewey. I appreciate it. And Susie. You guys have a wonderful day. And if I can squeeze in the time, I might pop on later tonight. And hope that you guys can join me if I do. But I'll pick a post if I can. And I think that's about it, ladies. I appreciate you being here. Right, Becky? I think the greenery adds a lot, but not everybody likes it. Not everybody likes it. Embellishments can just take a simple project over the top. And when you're working to do for craft shows, that can take, you know, your pricing up and over the top when you add just a simple little embellishment, you guys. You're able to mark it up just by adding that. All right. Thank you, ladies. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.